another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show.
Do you ever wonder what a day in the life of an online entrepreneur really looks like? It's not just filming, it's not just posting, it's strategy, creativity, consistency packed into every single hour. In the morning, checking analytics, planning content, replying to DMs or comments. But later that morning, it might be filming some short form videos or some content, making some podcasts, or producing some promos. Afternoon, editing some content, scheduling posts, tweaking some captions, and making sure everything is just right. Afternoon, you're brainstorming some new ideas. You might be batch recording or handling some emails. Then in the evening, you got to wind down, engage with your audience on social media, maybe post some more content and tracking your performances. It's a daily balance to stay creative, manage your burnout, and make space for personal life. My name is Mark, and I'm the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101, teaching the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Welcome. Brandon here at BKXX Enterprises, your chief business strategist and digital plumber, taking those funnels, getting them hooked up online properly so you don't miss a lead from any holes in your pipes. What's going on, Mark? That was quite the intro, I will say. Quite the
Thank you.
intro.
You think so? Thanks. Hey, if you're thinking about coming into this online world and becoming an entrepreneur, just know that it can be a grind, but the freedom is worth every minute. What would you say, Brandon?
It definitely can be. It just depends on what you're grinding for and what your ultimate goal is. I mean, sometimes it can be a slog, especially if you hate your customers because you got the wrong kind of customers, right?
True, true, true.
So what have you been up to this week? Doing all that stuff in
Oh,
that list? Because I can tell you, I haven't done any of that stuff on that list.
stuff on that list. I've probably done a little bit of everything on that list. Checking some performance, looking back on good performing content to to see exactly what people are actually responding and that engage with. That's an important metric that I do follow. Engaging in communities too. I think when you're on social media, it's sort of a give and take. I learned that when you're out here posting on social media and you don't, and you're not, no one's responding to you. There are ways that you can jumpstart engagement by putting your name at the top of someone else's mind. And the way you do that is by liking them, liking a post, commenting on something that they've put out there. That comes from Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets. I learned that from Traffic Secrets is Dream 100 strategy.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so a little bit of that this week. A little bit of recording, editing, uh, planning content. Although something happened this week that's just prompting me to kind of change and out it just get more in line with what I'm teaching and telling other people to do.
And what's that?
And that is getting on the front end of creating content, creating, planning, and executing content on the front end. not on the back end where it's a daily decision, but I think this entire world of creating content, nurturing content, the type of content that is top of funnel, that is your reach, and then there's the type of content that is for authority.
Hmm.
There's a type of content that's for authority, which is showing your authority, and that authority content. It builds uh, your trust factor. The top of the funnel is your reach content that's going to reach people so they get to know you, and then you got to get the trust factor, and then the like factor, and then there's the content that actually comes down to the lower part of the funnel, because it's always a funnel, right? It's always a funnel, and you're funneling people in, and you're out there generating leads, whether it might be from your Facebook ads, where people actually come and they get to know you first, and then they come to trust you, and then they eventually you want them to become lifelong customers. So there is a formula for doing that, and if you plan the content properly and you plan it out accurately, you can have the content go out for you seamlessly. And it's not a daily decision that you're making when I think it could be a little disjointed if you're not doing it ahead of time. So that was just something, a major, I'm admitting to a major realization, and and what we're doing here. That was something that I did over the past week since we were gone.
Yeah, I mean it's good to have the plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're definitely planning to fail. I can say where I'm the weakest is, with that, is being, I don't know, I guess organized enough, and trying to figure out what kind of story do I want to continue to tell. A lot of my stuff is kind of haphazard. If I see something cool, I'll share it. I'm not one to really jump on the trends. As you know, the trends this week and the past 2 weeks have been everybody making their own little action figures, whether they're doing it through some Facebook game app or whatever, and giving up all their data, or have access to a paid version of GPT, which I do, to make their action figure.
Action.
I did not make an action figure. I did, however, make a real person holding a safety sign. So if you saw that post earlier today,
I
uh,
saw it.
that was absolutely crazy insane.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
really
I
good.
mean, it's like it looked like a real person holding the sign, exactly what I told it to do,
Yeah.
with the proportions and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, wow. So I launched that funnel today, sent an email
Uh-huh.
out. No sales on it just yet, but we're going to be throwing some ad dollars behind it to see if it clicks. And excuse me, if you got small business, you got a facility, you need fire extinguisher signs, I'm giving them away for free. You get 3 free signs, just pay shipping. But yeah, AI is crazy now, man.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that image, and man, it's crazy. It seems like a week has gone by, but in AI years, it feels like years.
Yeah, it's like 10 years went by in a week from where it was and where it's at. Dude, you're sitting on balloons and everything. What are you
I
doing
know
over
I
there?
did this, and it's just interacting. I'm like going way off with the interactions on camera today.
You're still muted, man. You're on mute.
Okay, I'm sorry. Now, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not just the action figure little toolkits that they've been making, but there's also been a movement towards these Ghibli characters, or I don't even know how you say it, but
I have no
y-
idea.
it was kind of like the same type of image that Winter had on last week when we went that marathon 2-hour show last week, remember?
Oh yeah.
You may not have been paying attention because it was towards the end, and I think you were ready to just like.
I was done, man. That was a marathon in itself, but it was such good information. Like you just kept going, and I wanted to listen to it, but it was like going on 10 o'clock at night. Man, I'm ready to go to bed. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
it was good. Have you used anything from Barnum since that night?
absolutely, absolutely. That's another thing that has uh has really gone on since last week. After I got backstage pass after our talk last week. Did you get it?
I haven't looked. I probably did. I just haven't looked at it just yet. I've been trying to sell some stuff, and I got a client. Fingers crossed today. Sending a proposal after the show tonight. So no, I have not gotten a chance to get back in there into Barnum and play around with it again.
Yeah, yeah. I went ahead and got backstage pass last week, and I've gone in there and I really started playing around with the page transfer tool and also the swipe files. I think those are and I think I'm going to be a part of the Facebook group now too. Um, been it's definitely helped transferring funnels from classic to 2.0, or
Hmm.
if you want to call it the new ClickFunnels now, because of some of the tools that are inside of it that allow you to inspect the elements. And it's really it's the and I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love what he's doing with that software, man. I wish, going back and looking at the video again, or our interview last week, uh, there were a few demos that we went through and they were just, they kept failing. You remember that?
Yeah, he said he was going to fix them over the weekend. Hopefully, he's got them all dialed in and fixed up. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I really haven't jumped in um, to it because I knew he was fixing it. So I'm not going to get in there and get frustrated until I know they're fixed. And that's nothing against Winter what he's doing. I mean, it's difficult to code even with um, even with the AI helping him. It still takes time, effort, energy to uh, to get it done and make sure that it's right.
Mm. Yeah, and like he told us, he's a one man show.
You know what I'm curious about? It's like I want to know what deals they made with ClickFunnels, man. I want to know the money deals they made. I almost wanted to ask him that on the bat on during the interview. I probably should have.
Bro, if you paid attention, I don't know if anyone out there is listening paid attention, but say hi if you're out there listening. What's up down in the comments? Give us a hashtag, where you're watching from. But there was a point, if you go back and watch that interview, where he flashed the numbers for the number of subscribers on the screen. I'm giving it away. This was around the time when we were demoing the wireframe, because that was something I was super, super interested in.
Hmm.
Of course. And so, of course, what did I do? I went and I tried to do it on I tried to do it on a new ClickFunnels page again, and it's still not
Still didn't
working.
work. Still didn't work.
Yeah. But around the time when he was demoing that, he went to a page that showed how many active subscribers they had on the backstage pass.
Okay.
And it was clear as day on the screen. Maybe you kind of glossed over it while we were having the live. But before I get into what I saw, let me just go ahead and hit my socials real quick to make sure that excuse me, to make sure that we are going live everywhere. I know we're live inside of the group. What's up, Facebook family? Let me just go ahead and note this here, saying that we are live.
Yeah, I didn't set my stuff to public.
Yeah, that's what I need to do too. It always
Hey,
starts.
the live drawing if we like something.
Here with another
Okay. All right, but I'm gonna give you some numbers that I saw from there. So you know how much the backstage pass is, right? On a month,
Yeah. Yeah.
on a monthly basis. It's like 27.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had if my numbers are correct, they had like 30 3,900 and close to 3,000 of those were free. So about 1,000 paid. What's the math there?
I mean, that's 27,000 a month, roughly.
Yeah.
That's some
That's
simple money math for you.
yeah. That's a nice. What do you think about that?
I mean,
I mean,
I think it's
for a
pretty good,
one man show,
and it's software.
for a
I
one
mean,
man show.
I don't know what their overhead is with it. I mean, I don't know what cuts are split out. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to host the app on all the app stores or whatever on the web browsers. So, I mean, let's say they got 7,000 overhead, depending on how much they pay themselves. Um, all the rest can be profit, and it's software, man. Like
Yeah,
software is the cheapest thing to uh, to put out there. There's like next to nothing. It's like air. It's hosting costs, right? It's pennies on the dollar for bandwidth, depending on where they're actually hosting the code. If it's like AWS or something like that, or uh, it's crazy. I mean, I even looked at the back end of my. I was scared putting dollars into ChatGPT for API access, and I'm like, I'm running these scripts for
hmm
um, the mind maps and all that kind of stuff, and it's like less than a penny, and I ran like 100 of them, and it's like, dude, it's so cheap. If you're not using AI, you're 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 missing out. You're missing out on all of the benefits that you could potentially leverage in your business to make it better than what it is and make you faster.
absolutely, absolutely. And you're not. It's not to the point where you're missing out anymore. It's it's at the point where if you don't use AI, it's it's moving at a rapid pace from one week to the next. It's just like we were talking about how realistic that image, and I believe that it's getting harder to detect. In the beginning, it was pretty evident. You can tell when an image was created using AI, but now there are people that are cloning voices
Mm-hmm.
easily,
Mm-hmm.
and it is creating these AI agents that are going out there and just doing the work for excuse me, for other people. For example, your ad. You want to show it?
Yeah, I just pulled it up there.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, there we go, right there.
So yeah, that image is 100% AI generated. I mean, other than the fire extinguisher sign, which I uploaded into ChatGPT, so it knew it had a reference point um, to generate from. But I mean, you remember when AI first started, like the hands were
Yep, I was going to ask you something about
horrendous.
this picture too.
Yeah. What's that?
Have you examined it? Have you examined it closely? And can you find any errors in the image?
Not really. I mean, I can take it, re-download it again from my instance and see if I can find it and uh, kind of expand on it.
Because I'm thinking just to the naked. I mean, well, okay, to the naked eye, and when I'm just first looking at it, I'm I didn't see any typical AI generated photo errors. You remember how bad it was?
It was terrible. I mean, the fingers and hands would be all off. You know, it'd be blurry. It just wouldn't look normal. Like this somewhat looks normal. I mean, even has like a little bit of a lazy eye. I mean, that's how natural it looks. And some people have a slight lazy eye. That's the one thing that may set it off is the eyes aren't that symmetrical. But even then,
But that's how normal people are.
yeah, I mean, smile's pretty symmetrical with the teeth, almost too perfect. That could be it too. Like the teeth are almost too perfect. Not saying that nobody can have work done, right? But even those with work, they still aren't that perfect. Body shape, style, maybe a little bit too perfect. Skin, I mean, yeah, I would say in the skin, it
Does she
doesn't.
does she have a belt on?
She doesn't have a belt on.
That's that's natural looking. Because some people just don't wear belts. That's an amazing picture right there.
I don't know. I'm looking at the haunches is what I like to call them, the hips. It's just too proportional. It's very proportional. Let me put it like that. So that's it. The hairline a little
Yes.
bit off on the left ear if you're looking at it. Yeah, but I mean, regardless, if you're just scrolling through, you see this, you're not really going to think twice about it if it's real or fake. It looks real enough, especially like on a cell phone. So rolling with it, man.
Oh man. Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, what are the implications of this right here? That just makes image creation so much easier. I saw this other excuse me, sorry about that. I've been a little sick this week. So thanks for hanging in there with me. Thanks for sticking in there. Let us know. I see you out there watching. How's everybody doing? But I saw this not a TikTok, but you know how you people will come on and they'll do these little tutorial videos and say, "Oh, look what I just found, this GPT hack that's gonna blow your mind." Well, it was a video with someone that had saw an ad for a you think it's okay if I actually play that video here with us?
I don't think that'd be a problem.
I don't think it should be any copyright concerns, right? It's
I
just
don't.
another person's post, and we're just posting online. Hold on, let me see if I think I can find this, and I just want to show you this because it was crazy. It
You know
was
who's really while you're finding that, you know who's really getting into the whole AI thing? Billy Jean is marketing.
oh man.
He is
Yeah.
like crazy into it. He did um the action figure character, animated action figure character, talking about getting your thumb worked out scrolling or whatever. I just kept scrolling. But he's getting very creative with his ads. I am
Yeah.
kind of mad I didn't buy his like $1 deal that he had back in the day, where he was selling everything for $1. Oh, so bad. Should have bought it.
Oh yeah, he is going. Okay, here it is right here. I found it. Hold on, let me get this full screen here. Hold on, let me do this full screen. All right, okay. Yeah, he is really going full blast with it. He is going full blast, and he's doing a lot of things with it. Hold on, let me see. Okay. All right, so let me share this here real quick. All right, so you see this?
Yep.
All right, okay, so let me just show you this. Let me see if it starts from the beginning.
Release a new image model, and
Can
it's
you hear
pretty
that?
wild. So this example,
Yep. I
Hold on,
can't
let
hear
me
it now because you turned it off.
hold on. Let me start it over.
BT just released a new image model and it's pretty wild. So in this example I'm showing you is I'm taking a template from Goalie. So that image just grabs it, image ad from Goalie, but I want to replace it with an Alpha Brain bottle, different product, and just remake the ad. So I literally copy and pasted the Goalie template in there. I uploaded a bottle image of Alpha Brain, gave it a basic prompt, and there you go. It just replaced the bottle. And now the woman is holding an Alpha Brain bottle. And then I just had another prompt in there to basically change the headline text to something relevant to Alpha Brain. And I can even go in there now and change also like the reviews and testimonials. But this is wild. This is game changing. It's massive. So ChatGPT just
So
released
did
a
you
new
see what
image.
he did there? Did you see what he did there?
Yep. Now talk about the ultimate funnel hacking right there. All the way
Yeah,
down, all the
yeah.
way
Did
down to
you
the ad.
see that there? And I was like, wow. I saved that video because I was like, wow, this is really changing how you can create images for your products and how you can create images to throw on pages too. When you
Mhm.
see another ad out there, or you see another, yeah, when you see another advertisement out there that you really like and you would love to see your brand in that same the same type of image, all you have to do is go to Chat GPT. But I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that's not Chat GPT they're using to do the images.
No, it's ChatGPT 4.0.
But you know how in Chat GPT you have custom GPTs, and then you have Dolly, and then you have, I think the new image tool is, what is it, Sora?
Yeah, Sora's for like the video deal. So how I created mine, again, it's GPT 4.0. Dolly has not been updated yet for um, for the imaging. So it's still using the old image model. So 4.0 is the only, or 4 little o is the only one that's doing the advanced imaging right now, unless they've recently updated, because I just updated my browser or my app. So again, all you got to do, I have the native on my MacBook here, but I just drag and drop an image in there, and it rendered it. So if I show you, oh, I can't. Let's see, I can share this window here. So this was the prompt. I need you to take the image and put it in a mock-up. It's an image of fire extinguisher, arrow notification sign, highlighting placement of fire extinguisher. So this is the first deal that it gave me. It gave me this on a wall, stuck to a wall. Say create an image showing the sign placed over a fire extinguisher. So then this, and then put a fire extinguisher below it. And then it said create an ultra realistic photo of a person holding the sign. Dimensions are 4 inches wide and 12 inches long. The background is white. Standard photography lighting. Um, and this was the image there. I didn't like that it put two hands in there. So I said
Yeah,
remove
and
the hand. That's just weird. And the hands don't even look the same size. So I said
yeah,
remove the hand
one
from the
of the
bottom.
hands looks kind of weird.
I said remove the hand from the bottom, and it gave me this. So kind of works. And then I told it to do that prompt there. Picture of a woman who's 5'10", 125 pounds, standing and holding the sign out in front of her with two hands at chest level, smiling. Clothes are casual office clothes. I don't know if 5'10", 125 is a healthy proportion. I just put it in there to, I don't know, make it as detailed as possible. And there you go. So ladies, I apologize in advance if 5'10", 125 is asinine or obscene.
5'10", 5'10", 125. She's not 5'10" and 125.
Muscle mass.
Yeah, 125 is pretty light. Uh, and to be 5'10", that's not short, really.
I mean, I'm 6'2".
Yeah, but it's not but for a woman, that's kind of tall. Man, look, I'm getting all these notifications about people liking my new ad out there. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was I think that's a great job, and this is only the beginning of this. And it's crazy. Like I said, I think this is, yeah, man, the advancements in AI. I'm going to an AI summit in about a week. It's a free summit. If you want to know, it's a free summit. I
Where's it?
happen to.
Where's it
Hmm?
at?
It's online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an online summit. I happen It's an online summit. I happen to catch a YouTube video with someone on there talking about AI. They've been in AI for quite a long time, and they were talking about a couple of new apps. Maybe you've heard of them before. Their favorite AI apps: 11 Labs
Hmm.
and HeyGen.
I haven't heard of that one. I've heard 11 Labs in passing, but not HeyGen.
HeyGen is the one that I think I'm really most interested in finding out about. Now, you might say HeyGen, it's spelled Heygen, HeyGen. And after that, I was like, wow, just listening to this person talk about it and how they're actually creating, you know, where AI isn't just someone to command to do things. And I'm learning this about AI now. You don't just you don't just tell the AI to go do this because they don't have directions. You need to actually talk to them, talk to the AI, and let it know what you want it to act as, who you want it to be, and and then after you do that, ask the AI, what do you need to know from me to be able to create this, what I need you to create. And it's really more of an assistant that you're directing to do these things for. It's it's out of this world right now. It is out of this world. Are you looking it up?
Uh, I was looking at a notification that I got for my woman on the Origin spaceship.
Oh, you mean on your your picture with the curb rash?
Yeah.
funny,
Uh,
funny. I yes. So that's been some exciting things that's happened this week. A couple other things that have been going on this week, just in the marketing world. Uh, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna touch on a few things that I've seen over the past week. Uh, I'm gonna be making my first paycheck. Got my first paycheck.
ooh,
First paycheck coming from the influencer deal. That'll be cool. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that check. Maybe that check will pay for well, at least it'll partially finance the trip that we may be taking here pretty soon.
yeah, that's going to be fun. We were looking up flights. You got a pretty nice invite from the book launch that we highlighted 2 weeks ago. Mr. Eric Thane's Create Don't Capture. So yeah, that'll be a fun trip.
Yeah,
Never been to Utah.
yeah, that'll be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. I was kind of looking forward to some type of trip in May. I thought it would be a ClickFunnels Connect event in Atlanta because we had been, I think they've been talking about the ClickFunnels Connect event going on in Atlanta since we left the last time, but
Hmm.
there hasn't been any more details put out about that. But we do have a meeting tomorrow, I think it is. Did you get the email?
Yeah, I think I put it on my calendar. I got to look. But I think there's a meeting tomorrow. Might
It's
be in the
either
morning.
tomorrow, and it's either tomorrow or Friday. No, it's Friday.
Friday. Yep.
Yeah, it's
3
2
o'clock.
p.m. It's 2
Well,
p.m. for me, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be attending and ClickFunnels Ambassador Update. I'm excited to hear about that. I don't know. I guess there's some more changes coming.
it's been too quiet. Like it feels like our time's pretty much halfway over now, and
It's not halfway over though, but it is. The time is ticking though.
yeah, time's ticking. It's like, what are we gonna do? Like, point me in a direction. Tell me what to do. Like, what do you want me to do? Because if not, I'm just gonna keep posting about curved wheels from the Blue Origin crew. You know, I don't know what else to post about.
We've got to get involved. I've tried to make a few posts here and there.
I know. I'll be honest, like the past couple weeks, I've been in kind of a head down funk trying to figure some stuff out. I got something coming up end of the month I have to have done from mastermind meeting in Columbus for the ClickFunnels deal. It's not like it's separate, but that's basically a ClickFunnels crew getting together in Columbus every month. And I said, like, the thing I needed to get done is I need to redo my my site, my funnel hub, because I got a comment, not that I should pay attention to too many comments, that my current site is a mess. And it was like, you're a marketer, but your website looks terrible. And I was like, well, the cobbler's kid shoes aren't usually the best ones, right?
Yeah.
He's like, no, you're right. I probably should clean it up a little bit, be more succinct, get my actual offers up there, and start to sell it, right? But I mean, even today though, my website didn't sell anything for me today. I sold something for me today. A guy made a comment. I don't know if it was in the ClickFunnels group or a different roofer group or whatever. It was like, hey, I can help you out with your funnels because guy wanted help with his funnels. It took a minute for him to get back to me. Message went to spam, but I talked to him 10 minutes. I didn't even sell him. Like he sold me on working for him, and I was like, okay, sure. I don't know how I should take that, right?
Well, he was pre-sold.
Yeah, he was pre-sold somehow, some way, but
Persuasion.
But he was trying to sell himself on me, on me helping him out. I was like, sure, I'll help you out, dude. I mean, you cover the apps, and we'll work out a percentage of sales on the growth. If you're not looking to spend $2,000-3,000 a month on a retainer, I'm fine. You just got to buy the tools, and I'll help you use them. And then if they grow, then you can pay me for that. On top of ad spend and things like that. And I think honestly that's the best deal. Like if you're a freelance marketer, you should be paid on performance. And if you don't perform, then you shouldn't be paid. But in our cases, we use software as a service, so you got to at least pay for the software for us to use to get you the results, right? I mean that's how it's doing, and I may end up like restructuring all my deals for that, So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I got to get the proposal over to him after this call, and
so that's
it will.
So you were talking about being in a funk for the past couple of weeks, and it's really just about getting your funnel hub back in line. I know there's always when I was talking about in a day in the life of a content creator, there's really a lot of those things that you need to do.
Yes, there is a lot that needs to be done, and it's almost too much at times. And when you get so overwhelmed, you really got to take a step back and figure out what absolutely needs to be done, and then just take it one bite at a time. And that's it.
Yes. Couple more. I'm gonna just kind of run down a few things that have been in the news over the past week. I have been going hard with BarnumPT. I'm pretty excited about everything that it can do. I'm actually updating my 2.0 moving guide with more videos that I've actually clipped from our interview, showing everyone out there how to complete those steps to get their funnels transferred over, because it's not, I think we were we were grilling him about it last time. It's not 100%, but it will do the heavy lifting for you. But there are it will require some work on your end. And as I always say, if you did need help, you can reach out to me. I've got the steps, or reach out to Brandon. He can help you as well. The new OFA challenge started this week. It's actually going on right now. It's on day 3. I think I've been noticed that Russell, I think there were 2 podcast episodes that I've noticed kind of been released over the past couple weeks. I don't know if you heard them. One with Taylor Welch, and then the other with Eric Thane. I think his podcast episode was released on his the Russell Brunson show. I happened to catch. I listened to both of them actually. I don't know if you listened in, but I listened to both of them. I think Russell's having some type of an inner circle right now, maybe at his out there, because I saw some pictures out there. I'm always supporting my fellow entrepreneurs. Check that out. What do you think the chances are?
I mean, we reached out. Hopefully, we can get her on the show. I mean, how many of you would like to see Miss Christine Morel on the show talking about funny ads and how literally a cell phone and a toilet exploded her business? So, I mean, I'd like to hear the story again. We've heard it a couple times at Funnel Hacking Live. I know she spoke at least once, and I see her content all the time, and it's a great story. I mean, and I'd love to be able to share that, just to show people that it doesn't take much to really get started and just do the thing, right? She had it. She had everything that she needed, and she did it and used it.
I read the first. I think I'm 3 chapters in. It's not a tough read. It's about 100, and it's 120. No, actually 127. No, wait. That goes, 125, 126, and then a short 127. That's it. It goes to 127. I'm probably about 30 pages in, so that makes me almost a third of the way done, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
But her story is inspiring. What I've read so far, she came from a pretty rough background, but she's I think I'm reading her book, I'm developing a newfound appreciation for her and her work, and how she is able to be creative, and she just has this mind of turning something into being funny, and she just has this knack for it. But then she also created this software. I don't know if you know about that, but
Don't know about the software.
Well, it's a custom GPT.
Okay.
It's a custom GPT, and it's a custom GPT that will make funny ads for you. I think she sells it for $97. Yeah, she sells it for $97. I'm thinking about getting it. I could possibly have it, and we may take it for a few test runs on the show sometime. I did get I did get the Create Don't Capture experience. I got the 197 offer. I got the book, the limited edition signed copy, along with the Creator's Journal. It's been delivered. I just need to pick it up. It's at the other house. And along with that, he has a custom GPT too. And inside of his school group. If you're not a member, I think the school group is free.
Yeah, I'm a member of the school group. There's just, I'll be honest, man, like I love all the stuff, but it is just so much and overwhelming. Like I realized I had
Yeah,
access to conversation domination on Russell's school group, and Eric's course is in there.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Is Russell School Group free?
Conversation domination isn't. I don't believe. I think I don't know if that's part of the selling online thing or not, but I was in it the other day. I don't know if it's like separated with the selling online and then conversation domination, but somehow, some way, maybe I purchased something I didn't know I bought, and I got that part of the school group. I don't
Huh.
know.
You'll have to let me know how to find his school group because I hadn't really been very active in school. But since I've gotten that course from Eric, I've been in there a little bit. Yeah, I think I've kind of said, okay, I'm going to use this as a tool. I like it in there. And I've gone through some of his trainings and saw the things that he offers, and I like it. I think it could be, hey, I spent a little bit of money and I got invite to the online experience. That's how you get. So that's how you I think okay, cool, got it. Awesome, thanks. And no, I'm already a member of that.
Well, there you go.
No, I thought you were gonna send me Russell's group.
Oh, which one?
I don't know
The
which one
conversation domination?
or whatever groups he has.
Just selling online prime mover and conversation domination.
Okay, yeah, send me all of those. I want to check them out.
I don't know if you can get into this one because this one might be paid
Well, I can see.
or whatever.
All right, okay, cool. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that one, conversation domination, is a paid one. Okay. What's the other one?
Prime
Okay,
mover.
prime mover. Oh yeah, okay. Oh shoot. That one. Oh yeah, that one's free. Okay, got it. Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know how I got into conversation domination, but I'm in it. So um, I probably need to go through these courses because
Oh,
it
okay,
has
okay.
fill your funnel, Dream 100, traffic and earn, control, own, Eric Thane's 60-second authority, traffic secret, traffic
Uh,
talks.
no, I'm sorry. No, what were you saying?
I need to go through these courses here. There's 9 of them, and one of them is Eric Thane's 60-second authority. So
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. So my selling online is pending, and okay. Got it. Okay, got it. Oh yeah. His 60-second authority. If you're inside that group, do you see the custom GPT?
no.
Okay, I like it. I really like it. I just throw in a phrase and then it's like boom, it's right there. It spits out a very good 60-second viral authority script that he teaches, um, and it's very effective. And he talked about that on the recent podcast with Russell about how it's a perfect webinar. It's a perfect webinar. And you remember how Russell made the perfect webinar? There was like 45 minutes. And then I think it was Annie Grace that came and made the 5-minute perfect webinar.
Yep.
Well, I think what he's done is he's taken that 5-minute webinar, perfect webinar, and turned it into a 60-second. That's just a reflection of the market and how reels and short video clips have become uh, the choice of many people's It's how many people will consume their content today is through short form video content. And it's and he tells the story again, almost the same as when he was on the show with us, about the commitment he made right there at the Mastermind in Paradise to start to create content every day, and then 2 months he saw his follower count go down. But one thing that I did, that I did notice and learn from him too is really, I don't know, I thought maybe he was talking to me directly when he says, you don't just make content for the purpose of making content. You have to make content and get better at it and improve, and you become better over time. And he said it's not just consistency, it's consistency paired with iteration.
Mm-hmm.
Look through your past content and then see which ones are popping off. And what did you do in that video? What was it? And that's how he developed his 60-second authority script, because he saw that there was this pattern through all the videos that popped off. And then I think not even a week after he had the launch, he had that video that actually went viral. I think you saw that, right?
Yeah, with the book thing. I think I saw the book before I even knew he was doing anything. As far as like this big book launching like that, like I saw him make the book, but then it just all kind of played in together of him coming onto the show and things like that, which was kind of cool. So, yeah, it was neat. I mean, it's super neat being in the printing business myself. To see how a book's made. I mean, I know how the buttons on a deep fryer are made, but to see a book being made, that's pretty neat.
Buttons on a deep fryer.
Yeah.
What do they do? Take them out to space?
No, it's just the overlay control panel, and they're printed, and I know how they're printed.
Cool. Nice. Uh, I sent, no, I didn't send you something today, but I tagged you in a post. If we end on this post, we'll end on this note tonight, because we are talking about a day in the life of an online entrepreneur. I tagged you in a post that was almost, I think your good friend posted it probably 5 minutes before I tagged you in it. But I said, you've got to see this, Brandon. You've got to see it. Did you see it?
Is this Mr. Dan Henry?
Yeah. Did you read it?
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, read that. That's pretty interesting to me. And I'm going to tell you why it's interesting to me, because I've seen him online a lot lately. Has he showed up in your feed a lot lately?
Yeah, I interact with this stuff, so it shows up every now and again. Most of the stuff that I see is him talking about like how great Dubai is and all that kind of stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I've seen a few of his videos pop up that I can tell he was recording them at this recent Funnel Hacking Live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, he was actually recording some content out there. I saw him at Funnel Hacking Live. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him, and I saw him as he was actually, interviewing and speaking with people and getting content put together. I didn't know what he was like doing it for. I mean, other than for his business himself, but what he was planning on promoting off of it, I had no clue.
Yeah, it's interesting, because I've thought that some of the content that's been coming in front of me has been pretty good.
I don't follow him that much to know. Again, the only stuff that I see from him is when he's like fighting with somebody about how cool Dubai is versus America.
That's your buddy. Don't
He's
fake,
not my
Brandon.
buddy, dude. Like, I don't know anything about Dan Henry. I mean, other than the fact that he collaborated with Dan Kennedy with the Right Like Dan, and he gave Russell $50,000 just because. I mean, I don't even know who he is, really. I think he did sell cars at one point. Maybe he didn't sell cars. I don't know.
He
But
was a bar owner.
you said bar owner?
Yeah, he was a bar owner in I think Florida.
Okay.
If you've ever I think his first big venture into the online world was his Digital Millionaire Secrets. I think that was the name of the book. Of course you've heard of it, right? It was
Yeah.
probably one of those first little thin books, Digital Millionaire Secrets. I read a little bit of that book. I don't know. Maybe I have a copy of it somehow. Maybe I have an ebook version of it. But I remember you don't have an e-version copy of that book, because I don't know why I want to say that you sent it to me.
I think I do.
Yeah, but I remember reading that in the first chapter where he was talking about how he was a bar owner. And he would always talk about different ways that he used to promote his bar, and from that book, that's what got him on stage at Funnel Hacking Live. I think one of the first early Funnel Hacking Lives, he was known for that real silly hat that he wore with the I don't know, it was like the hands or something like that. And he was in the ClickFunnels world. And since then, he's, I think he's been a controversial figure, a little bit of a jerk, people would say.
Mhm.
I think you either love him or hate him. But I've always thought that he was your bestie.
He's not my bestie, man. Like I don't really interact with him. I don't follow him that much. I mean, I follow him enough to know what he posts and things like that, but only because he's kind of in the same space, and I just want to see what they're doing and what I potentially should be doing. Um, so yeah, it is what it is. So it's cool. He's changing up. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you got to go through a rebirth deal, and and rock and roll. So
Interesting post, huh?
it is. It is. Sometimes you got to tear it down and to rebuild. I mean, if you look at it like gardening, I take it back to this tree that I had in Florida that was half dead because I covered it and left the cover on too long, and it wasn't doing anything. So I cut everything back, cut it all off, and then it started to grow again. But then it ended up dying again. I don't know why it died, but without cutting it back, it didn't give it an opportunity to grow. So sometimes you have to do that.
That's what happens sometimes. That's what happens. That's the day in the life of an entrepreneur. Sometimes you feel like you're on top, and then sometimes you just need to take a step back, reassess the things that you're doing. But whatever you do, you just keep going.
That's it.
Just keep going. You don't you don't let anything hold you back. As long as you still have a little breath in you and you're still pushing, hey, let's keep going, baby. Let's keep going.
Hey, but speaking of entrepreneur and the day in the life, do you see those videos of the dude's morning routine with the blue bottles of water?
Yes, 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 yes.
How ridiculous is that? I'm at 4:30 in the morning, taking my mouth tape off, cold face plunge. 8:10 in the morning, another cold face plunge. Like, what are you doing, dude? I'm using bottled water that you made the ice with to do the cold face plunge.
You know what? I have a theory behind why he's going viral. Because the guy's got like 20, like millions of views, millions of views. I think the content creators look at him because they're like, how the hell is he getting all this content? How the hell is he actually holding the camera, getting this picture, and doing all of this, right?
He's got a team.
He has to have a team. And then there was one point where he was diving into the pool. Do you remember diving into the pool? And it was 7:36.
Yep.
And then before he went in the pool, it was 7:40.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, did you dive? Was that a 4-minute dive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I, yeah, I think, yeah, I think, I don't know if the guy has a team. I don't know because when you look into it, he's actually been doing it for a while.
Has he? I just noticed it. So I don't remember where I saw it from. I thought it was a joke at first. But no, it was like a legit post, and yeah, it's like so many people started making fun of it. It's like, oh my god, it's crazy. But hey, that's what the pattern interrupt was, and that is what is making the rounds this day. There's this 15 minutes of fame.
Yes, absolutely. He's got a lot of views, and it's been super viral. I think there's been a lot of spin-offs where everyone else wants to put their morning routine. We should start, you know what, maybe when I caption this video and make some short clips from it, I'll put our minutes down there. You know what, maybe I'll splice in a nice little head dunk in there too, with some of that water. But apparently the water has really 10x their sales because of it too. And
I'm sure.
and then he puts bananas on his face too.
Crazy. I don't get it. I'm too broke to get it, I guess. So there you go. Maybe you should do that style for your next ad.
Yeah. What did you think about the ad?
That was pretty good.
You thought it was good?
That was a pretty good read. I gave it a little comment, a little boost there for the algorithms.
I thought it was okay. I don't think it's my best,
Mm,
but I thought I just gave that to them raw, and I thought they might add some. I don't know. I guess we're still in the in the phase where we're figuring out if if we're going to go all out creative, or what's going to happen. But we'll see. I know it's going to get me a lot of exposure.
Have you looked at the stats on it? How far has it gone so far?
No, I haven't. Well, because it was just probably right before we came live that I saw it.
Okay.
And then I got, that happened, and then the other thing happened. So I'm going to be taking a look at it before the evening is up. A day in the life of an entrepreneur. Give us a hashtag, day in the life, down in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. We are ready to. You have any final words?
Nope. Other than if you're not using AI, you're missing out. We talked about this before. I think I even gave a demo of the chatbot, several weeks ago. Still available. Got a great deal on that to get you up and started. Chatbot for the website and an AI receptionist for your business, so that way you can continue to work on it instead of in it, and get more leads and more sales from it. So just hit me up in the DMs or the comments below. Comment AI, and I will let you know how to get it.
That's it. Get it while you can get it. All right. Take care, everyone. We will see you on